You're just a kid. The world still makes sense. Or at least it seems to. Everything is big, bright, full of promise. Your father teaches you how to tie a tie. Your mother teaches you to dance. And Wayne Manor? It feels like a fairy tale castle where happy endings are guaranteed. Outside, Gotham breathes luxury and decay in the same breath. But tonight is a gala night. You hold your mother's hand as the chauffeur opens the door. Suits parade, heels click on marble, and laughter floats as if fear had taken the night off. You watch a movie. Nothing special. Zorro, swords, horses, courage. But something unsettles you. You grow restless. Say you want to leave early. They agree. You take a shortcut, a dimly lit alley, typical of Gotham, where trash and danger share the same corner of the sidewalk. The first thing you hear is silence, then the metallic click, the gun, the demand for a wallet, your mother's desperate look, your father's protective instinct, all too fast, all senseless. 2 shots, a scream. The world goes mute. You look down. There's blood on your hand, but it's not yours, it's theirs. Your parents, lying on the ground, eyes open, glazed, still, as if frozen. As if they left you alone with an unfinished command. You don't scream, don't cry, you freeze. That's when everything breaks. Childhood, canceled, safety, an illusion, justice, a joke not even the craziest clown would tell. Then comes the funeral, black suits instead of elegant ones, silence instead of laughter. And you, beside a butler who is now your only family. Alfred holds your hand, but nothing holds your pain. You bury your parents, and with them, any idea that the world is fair. Gotham doesn't sleep, never sleeps. And now, neither do you. Years pass, but inside you, nothing ages, only rots. You grow up carrying a pain no one sees. To the world, just another rich orphan. But inside, you're a storm that hasn't decided where to strike. Basically a teenager with the soul of an old man. While others memorize formulas, you memorize human anatomy, pressure points, immobilization techniques, how to break a collarbone with 2 fingers. Normal stuff. You don't seek revenge. You seek understanding. How evil thinks, how it moves, how it justifies everything. So you travel. Monasteries in the Himalayas, prisons in Russia, hidden tribes in Africa, secret guilds in Asia. You train with monks who speak in silence. Learn from thieves who smile while lying. Debate philosophy with assassins. Get beaten by old men who could kill with a wet napkin. You become a walking arsenal. Martial arts, criminal psychology, disguises, poisons, espionage. Your mind sharpens like a blade, and your body becomes tempered steel. But the trauma, still there. Untouched, just more elegant, more sophisticated. Years later, you return to Gotham. No one recognizes you. Not Alfred, not the mirror. You didn't come back as an heir. You came back as a shadow. The city's worse, more corrupt, dirtier, more yours. You try, act as a vigilante, ski mask, punches in the dark, poorly calculated jumps, nearly die the first night, and the second, and the third, but you don't stop. Because each fall is a lesson, and each scar a reminder you're not yet what you need to be. Then one night, while stitching another wound on your shoulder, a bat invades your room. It doesn't fly. It descends as if the ceiling were a portal. You freeze. The message is clear. You don't need to be a man. Men bleed and die on the floors of dark alleys. You need to be fear, and fear has wings. You draw a symbol, forge the suit, reinvent yourself. That man is born, not because you wanted to be a hero, but because someone had to be the nightmare crime fears to mate. You save 1 life, but lose 100. That's how it works in Gotham. An unfair equation where doing right is expensive and doing wrong is cheap. You stop a robbery, and in the same minute, 3 shootings erupt in other neighborhoods. You defuse a bomb, and another is planted before sunrise. You catch a psychopath, and the judge releases him with a smile. At first, it eats at you, because you still believe the game can be turned, that you just need to fight harder, be faster, smarter. But no matter how much you bleed, Gotham bleeds more. You hold a child's hand in a fire, pull her out alive. The next day, she disappears. Her addicted mother sold her for drugs. You hunt down the culprit, break every bone in the bastard. But the girl, never seen again. And then comes the question you try to silence every night. Is this making a difference? You can't be everywhere, can't save everyone, but still, you try. Because stopping would mean accepting defeat, and you hate losing. Hate the word, hate the taste. But what really hurts is starting to suspect that maybe you can't win this time. You sleep little, and when you do, you don't rest. You dream of gunshots, of screams, of that alley. You wake up sweating, even under 3 layers of Kevlar. The pillow has become an enemy, the silence, an accomplice. Time, your only addiction. You trust even less now. In allies, just enough not to accidentally kill them. Robin, a calculated risk. Gordon, a favor long overdue. Alfred, the only one you'd ever listen to, if you listen to anyone at all. You live among bats, literally, beneath the concrete prison you built for yourself. The Batcave is your fortress, your confessional, your paranoia lab, but it's also your cell. And between missions, between punches and fractures, you start to realize you're feeding something darker, a demon that wears the suit with you, that whispers in your ear every time you see blood on the floor, one that doesn't want justice. It wants punishment. It wants to scream with fists what your mouth could never say, and that demon is getting hungry. Deep down, you know people care about you. Alfred is practically your father, not because he chose to be, but because he was left behind. He held your hand at the funeral, nursed your fevers, stitched your wounds, both the ones on your body and the ones on your soul, even if the second never truly healed. He watched you grow, watched you mature, and watched you disappear, even while living in the same house. At first, he believed in you, in the symbol, in the cause, in the idea that a broken boy could fix an even more broken city. But now he serves tea with trembling hands, watches you from a distance like one observes a wild animal. And when you head out at night, he doesn't wish you luck. He just sighs and watches the cup in heavy silence, because even he fears what you've become. Not the suit, not the mask, but the absence of the man beneath it. And then you meet him, the Joker, the cursed joke Gotham never stops telling. You look into his eyes and see something familiar, a fall like your own, except where you fell and fought to rise, he fell and laughed and embraced the madness with open arms, as if the world had always been a circus, and he was the only one smart enough to enjoy the tragedy. He provokes you, challenges you, understands you, like no one else, because you're the same book. Read backward. You try to stop him, to save him, to contain the chaos. All he wants is to drag you with him, because deep down, he knows if you take just one wrong step, you switch places. And all the while, Gotham applauds, idolizes the symbol. The giant bat that lights up the skies like a miracle. People scream Batman when they're saved, but never ask if you're okay, if you're still breathing, if you still feel anything. You bleed, break bones, bury friends, but to them, you're a legend, an idea. And no one cares about the man behind the mask, only what he represents. Days later, another boy loses his parents. Different night, same alley, same desperation painted on a small face that just lost the entire world in seconds. You see it, and something tears inside you. It's not just memory, it's reliving. It's seeing your own origin replayed, as if Gotham is trapped in a loop, as if you never made any difference at all. You hold the boy in your arms. He's shaking, covered in blood that isn't his. You look into his eyes and see yourself. The rage returns, dry, pure, boiling. The killer is still there, choking on his own fear. You step forward, fists clenched, teeth locked, heart screaming for justice. Or is it vengeance? He begs. You don't hear. Everything inside you wants to end it, to make it stop, to burn evil at the root. But you hesitate, and for the first time in a long time you choose not to cross the line. Not because he doesn't deserve it, but because you still deserve to be something else. You turn your back, hand him to the police. The boy still watches you, silent. You say nothing, but in that look, you promise, he won't become you. Outside, Gotham burns. In every sense. Corruption, chaos, literal flames. But you keep going, because someone has to stay. To remind the world that even at the end, there's still a choice. Even when everything screams for the worst, you can choose the right thing. And sometimes, just sometimes, that's enough. You know your dark path keeps creating new enemies, and those enemies get closer each day. And then comes him, Bane. Not a clown, not a lunatic, but a strategist, a warrior, a living wall with steel muscles and a sharp mind. He doesn't want to beat you, he wants to erase you, and he does. Inside the Batcave, in your sanctuary, he breaks you, literally. Your spine snaps like rotten wood. You fall, and for the first time, you stay down. The body fails, the mask cracks, and Gotham sinks. Without you, the villains crawl out from the shadows. Chaos becomes law. The city enters a coma, breathing with help from criminals who now rule everything. The symbol vanishes from the sky. Fear changes sides, but the spirit that he couldn't break. You crawl, relearn to walk, relearn to fight, with pain, with fury, with every cell begging you to give up. But you don't. You come back, wounded, slower, older, more human, and still, you save Gotham. A city that doesn't know if it deserves it, that forgot you too fast, that doubted you, that will hate you again tomorrow, but you save it anyway. Years later, the villains vanish, or hide, or die, or just grow tired, but the void remains, the city quiets, crime drops, lights return to windows, and you realize what no one says out loud. A peaceful world is a place where you no longer belong. You try to pass the torch, train a successor, then another and another. Dick grows up, becomes his own kind of hero. Jason dies and returns. Damien challenges you like the universe's most impatient mirror. Some leave you, others you lose. And in the end, they all walk paths where you no longer fit. The mask grows heavier with time. The body charges its price, sleep won't come, and memory begins to fail, but the symbol still stands. The bat in the sky, fear in the alleys, hope disguised as terror. All of it survives, except you, and that's okay. Because if Gotham can sleep in peace for one night, just one, it was all worth it. Because at the end of the day, you were never the hero. You were the reminder that one is missing.